Welcome to the Scroll Ensemble YouTube channel. We improvise classical music and we invite you to join us. You may have seen our dialogue video and wondered, now what? So in this video we wanted to talk a little bit about our approach and give you some handles on how to get started yourself. This is something really fun to do online as well, because you don't need to play at the same time, so you can actually interact and communicate without minding the delay. Just a small note about our examples were tuned in 415, so that means just half a tone lower compared to a modern piano. We will use two approaches. The first is just with any sound. This could even be vocally or clapping, the first time you touch and explore an instrument. And the second way is using one or two chords, so also a great way to start practicing improvising in a harmony. The first type of answer is no. For us, no really implies something short and unrelated to the question, which stops the music entirely. As you can hear, any sound you can make good work. A first exercise would be to go and explore your instrument. Let go of any presumptions of what music is, and try to ask a question like you would speaking. The other person answers it with an unrelated sound. This is actually a little harder than it may seem, because what makes what you play unrelated to the original question? Is that a question? In this example, I accidentally show a typical improvisation mistake. James played something for me on the violin, and instead of just accepting and embracing that as his question, I started to question it. I should have just gone with it. That's improvisation after all. My question thus functions as a no. An exercise could be play a chord, and the other person answers with any note outside of that chord. Practice with knowing the chord beforehand and with not knowing it, trying to hear it. Don't worry if you can't do that yet. It takes a lot of practice, so this would be a perfect Corona period spending.
Hum.
I just hummed something, and James imitated something similar, but then he did something else unexpected. Try it, so don't worry about how close the imitation is. It's like this time I was accompanying a theater class on the piano, and someone asked for some, to me, obscure style of hip-hop. I was totally flustered, but the teacher said, just do what you think it is. It's not about getting it right. It's about playing with the input you get. In this example, I played 3 notes from the chord E major as a question, and James answers with something similar, but then just does something totally unrelated, stopping the music. For the next exercise, you can agree on a chord. Ask the question in one chord and then start the answer in the same chord, but then leave it. Leaving it means actually just really playing any other note. The third type of answer is yes. Yes is sort of positive to us, but still doesn't actually help us move on. Musically speaking, we used 2 approaches. In our original video, we copied exactly what the other person was saying. In this video, we tried making yes feel even more annoying by first imitating and then really playing an end of the piece. It's a great exercise, so how do you end a piece? Ask your partner in crime to play something for you and try to finish it as quickly as possible. Here James asked me a question formulated as an E major chord. I imitate the shape of his melody, it goes down and up again, and then finish by slowing down and adding a trill, denoting the end. The final type of answer, and most helpful type, is yes and. In yes and, you take something from the other person and develop it a little bit, and then the other person can go on developing that. In this example, I played two fast short notes. Any random notes, really. James adds a note in his answer, but also plays it a little slower and plays it pizzicato, a different kind of sound. In an exercise, one of you can start with any sound, don't even think about what it is. And then the other person can imitate one or more aspects of it. For example, the rhythm, the pitch, the color, the way it is produced, the feeling, the direction, and discuss what you did and how it came across. How many parameters can you find? In an exercise form, you can even do this on one and the same chord. Play only the notes from the chord, so, as per our example, only E, G sharp or B, the E major chord. Like before, find an element that you imitate. It could even just be the rhythm, and then add something small to it. A different rhythm, another direction of the melody, an extra note, etc. Now don't forget to use different characters. It is easy to get stuck in similar feelings and ideas within the same session. Thank you so much for watching this all the way to the end. Please subscribe to our channel, like this video, or even join us on Patreon, where we talk about using this kind of dialogues in solo improvisation. And we have many more exercises and background videos about other topics for you there too.